environmental experts have released reports saying that damage being done to coral reefs in various countries may end up costing these countries millions of dollars. Angie Toussaint tells us whether the Turks and Caicos Islands could be a part of that number.
It could be one of the greatest revenue generators in the Caribbean, bringing in more than 85% of all tourism and $385 billion. But a new study has revealed that almost two-thirds of the Caribbean's coral reef is under threat. These harsh statistics were brought up during the 10th Annual Sustainable Tourism Conference held in the Turks and Caicos from April 28 to May 1st at the Beaches Resort and Spa, from Director of Conservation Programs with Coral Reef Alliance, Rick McPherson. The director noted that 33% of the reefs are threatened by coastal development, and another 35% are threatened by land-based sources of pollution, and 60% due to overfishing, an alarming 80% decline. This has scientists determining that businesses will shift away from the region, potentially costing the Caribbean annual losses of $100 million to $300 million in the tourism industry by 2015. This is what the director had to say at the 10th annual conference. Caribbean reefs have suffered an 80% decline in cover during the past 3 decades, while 80 to 90% of elkhorn and staghorn coral is gone. Another conservationist showed that since 2002, risk to coral reef has risen from 58% to a staggering 70% in 2004.
It is so important for the Turks and Caicos Islands and the rest of the world to join forces, create legislation, change our behavior practice so that we can mitigate all of these things that has a negative impact on the coral reef system. I can't go on record and say yes by year, by a certain year. I'm no scientist. I leave it up to the professionals. But again, there are a number of studies and there are predictions saying if practices doesn't change, and then we are going to have a problem, and it is going to impact that industry from a economic perspective.
If the corals are gone, what would be the effects? Experts say dive tourism would be hit the hardest. Other areas, such as medicine, would also reap the consequences, since 50% of current cancer medication research focuses on marine organisms found on coral reefs, according to CaribbeanNetNews.com. Reports also show that AZT, the approved antiretroviral drug used for HIV patients, comes through sponge species from coral reefs. They are the primary source of protein for over 1 billion people, said Rick McPherson. The 10th Annual Sustainable Tourism Conference was held by the Caribbean Tourism Organization in collaboration with the Turks and Caicos government and the Turks and Caicos Islands for the very first time, in which hundreds of environmentalists and scientists conversed about ways to promote regional sustainable tourism. For WIV4 News, I'm Angie Toussaint.